Friends of WRC's mission is to provide positive experiences for the children at WRC. So in our logo, there's a phrase at the bottom which says, "Making better tomorrows." It's as simple as that.
The resources we have here for the kids are incredible. Every family is going to have a different journey, and we need to be ready to provide whatever support they need on that journey, and we need to be able to say yes to them when they ask us for something. And that's something that WRC Friends has been amazing in supporting us to do. Things like field trips, or things like school uniforms, things like backpacks and school supplies, as well as our counseling services. We have incredible counselors here. They work one-on-one with the kids to bring them into a better place, to bring them into self-esteem, to help them come to terms with what they've been through and their journey, and to give them better communication skills so that they feel more confident in themselves and in their own story.
My favorite thing to see here in those resources that wasn't helpful to me, but it's helpful for a lot of the people here that live here, are like the playroom area with Miss May and stuff. My sisters loved going there. Like they're a little older now, but they loved when we started like living here. They loved like hanging out with the kids or helping out sometimes, you know. Sometimes Miss May would let them stay a little longer so they can do like little activities with her and stuff. And sometimes, like, you know, I felt like they just needed to be kids for a while after everything, like, you know, that we went through and stuff. Like just seeing my sister smile, like, you know, and then they come back and they told me everything about like, oh, like we did this and this. So it was just like super cool, and I really feel like that was also very helpful.
We have to deal not only with the parents, but the children. They are also coming from trauma. They've also been exposed to very difficult issues. They have problems with feeling guilty for what's happened sometimes. They think that it was something they did or they didn't do, like they should have protected the parent that was being assaulted. And we need to work with them and show them that they're not guilty of anything, that they have a right to live in a peaceful environment and to be protected and loved. We help them to trust adults again, because that's something they probably lose to a degree when they're exposed to domestic violence. So there are a lot of things that we need to work with the children when they come here.
Children are the silent victims of domestic violence. So the focus of WRC, which is in turn the focus of Friends, is to provide resources to the children for their healing, because they may blame themselves and it is very traumatic in their young lives, and they just want to be normal kids. So the resources at WRC allows them to flourish, and they become productive citizens. So to become a productive citizen will positively affect their family unit, it will affect the community and society at large, and that is a win for all of us.
In my role at WRC, I get to be with the families from day one when they come to us until their graduation. And we're so grateful for the support that WRC Friends is able to provide to the kids here, because that can mean that a kid here can get a scholarship to go back to college when they didn't think that was possible for them. It can send kids to summer camp, or it can provide tutoring for a kid who might be struggling in their classes. Everything they do helps us bridge the gap that sometimes these kids can fall into, and we're just really grateful for their support.
The last year of the pandemic has been hard for all of us, but especially for the children. They've suffered academically and they've been socially isolated, so we want to move them forward in their recovery and their healing. We see this as a type of reset button for most, probably all of the kids. The campaign funds will provide tutoring and counseling and therapy and fun things like art and music and sports, just what the kids need at this time.
The most rewarding part of my job is seeing the incredible staff here and the clients work together towards the same goal of rebuilding, of moving forward, and having those better tomorrows and those futures that we see for them, that they see for themselves. And it is an amazing feeling to watch even the smallest successes, things that some of these clients and some of these kids never thought they'd be able to do, to see them become proud of themselves, to see them become proud of their stories and their resilience, and the way that they can use our support and WRC Friends support to really move forward.
We see the success in the thank you notes that we get from the kids and the moms, and that brings us such joy when we get those simple, colored, handwritten notes from either one of them, and that makes it all worth it.
If you had a chance to make a positive impact in people's lives, in an entire family, would you do it? It's going to be the most rewarding thing you can possibly think of when you realize that you are helping to change the circumstances of so many people, and eventually we're hoping society at large, we're hoping that we can get to a point where domestic violence and sexual assault is no longer tolerated, it's no longer as common as it is now, unfortunately. If you can have a part in this, would you do it?
If we can get to just one child and stop that cycle of violence, then we're successful.
Thank you so much. You've put so much hope in my heart and in me to feel like I can do something and really feel like I don't put a burden in anyone or in my life. I didn't have anyone to ask for help, and I really, really appreciate that people like you take the chances to really do good. I appreciate everything that you guys do, and thank you so much. Thank you.